I just follow the science hidden in the path of every system of belief that exists, from book religions with prophets. They all gained an instinctive education and, followed an instinctive path and became prophets. Same with Buddhas. They had an instinctive education, they followed an instinctive path, and they became Buddhas. Same with shaman. They followed an instinctive education, they follow an instinctive path, they become shaman. You know what I mean? And the reason I do this is because I got schizophrenia. When I was in the California Army National Guard in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba in like '04 or '05, something like that. But when schizophrenic, and the thing is, with native cultures, when someone starts exhibiting the symptoms of becoming a shaman, like I did when I was in Cuba, in Gitmo, what they do is they'll throw them into the wilderness with another shaman, someone who's already a shaman, and they'll teach them the, instinctive path that leads to being a shaman or whatever. And they do this because if they don't do that and they keep them within their civilization, their tribe, they'll become schizophrenic. You know what I mean? So to prevent them from becoming schizophrenic, they throw them into nature so they can follow the instinctive path. It's real simple. Everything that's created on this planet, or everything that exists naturally on this planet, we use our meat minds to observe it, and we gain understandings, the same understanding that it's always gained. And it may sound insignificant, but along with the elements and everything else that exists, from light to gravity and everything, plant life, animal life, fire, earth, stone, water, wind, air. Anyways, everything that exists, right? We observe it and we gain an understanding. The exact same understanding that's always gained. And we gain as many understandings as we can, or just the understandings that are available to us in our environment. And that teaches us to survive, because these understandings grow more complex within our mind as we ask questions and contemplate things. And we're able to, eat food, build shelter, all that stuff, and become philosophers and scientists and make inventions and know God, or know that it's a question that doesn't matter, different things. Beliefs are unimportant if you lack the understandings, is all I'm saying. So, that's all I'm saying. If you don't understand it, don't say you believe it, is all I'm saying. Because the understandings are more important than the actual belief. Anyways, there's an instinctive path on this planet, and I follow it, I go in nature and observe things. I meditate. I ask all the questions that there is to ask, I search for God, stuff like that, different things. I search for a way to live, I try to answer life's questions, all that. But anyways, I do this for medical reasons, to prevent myself from being schizophrenic so that I can remain a shaman. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I understand that book religions exist and everything's already written down, and anything that anybody says that goes against a book they're obviously lying, because this book says this and they're saying something different, and that can't be true. All I have to say to that is, that book you're talking about, the definitions in that book have changed over time, because, new generations of humans like to alter the definitions of words with slang, slang. And a good example of this, is, are you gay? Because gay used to mean happy, but it doesn't anymore. And if we didn't have dictionaries, we wouldn't know that. Dictionaries are, kind of a new thing. So my question is, this book that was written before dictionaries existed, and then stored throughout generations of humans that altered the definitions of words as a society thing and form of growth, how many definitions have changed in that book? You know what I'm saying? So maybe you need to follow the path that's in that book. The instinctive path in that book, whatever book you love, follow the instinctive path in that book that led to the knowledge of being a prophet, a shaman, a Buddha, or whatever, Or you can say God. It's all definitions of every single culture has different words and explanations for different things, One culture's God is another culture's angel, or like, oh, these are gods. And this culture's like, oh, they think there's a bunch of gods. But these people, their definition of gods are angels. You know what I mean? So it's different stuff, but it's all the same message. And a lot of things don't matter. It's the understandings that matter. So, you know, and if you'd like to think that, I'll just say that all paths lead to the truth. That's all that matters. Whatever you're seeking, all paths lead to the truth. All paths lead to God, kind of thing, you know, stuff like that. And the way to look at it is, no matter where you're born in space and time on this planet, no matter what language you speak or don't speak, you know what I mean? You could live that instinctive path that leads to God, you know? Or the truth, same thing. God and the truth are the same thing. In any case, it's all about the path in life. It's always been about the path. It's never been about the knowledge contained in the books. It's not about the books. It's about the science of the path contained in those books. And throughout this planet, the science matches up. You meditate in nature. It's an instinctive process that's basically hidden from us because it's instinctive, you know? It's instinctive. We don't realize it's going on. It's just a process in our mind. But anyways, follow the path. If you're Christian, follow Jesus' path, you know? If you're Buddhist, follow the Buddha path. You'll never be able to truly follow the path because, like, to truly follow Buddha's path, you'd have to be born rich as shit, like a prince or whatever, and that's not you. But you can follow the science that he followed. You know? All the science of all the paths he walked, accumulated together, all the education he gained, you can follow that path. You can follow the science. And it's the same with the Buddhas. It's the same with prophets. It's the same with shaman. It's the same with gods.